Hello girls and boys, welcome back. It's the week of August 24th through 28th, and today is our second day of the week that we're doing some home learning. Let's make sure that you have all the materials you need for today. What you're going to need is your Play-Doh, also a dry erase marker, always your nameplate. You should have one of these at home. We're studying the letter S this week, so make sure that you have worksheet 59 and 60 pulled out and put it in a plastic sleeve. You should each have plastic sleeves too, just like this. Put it inside. There you go. Put it inside. Then we're going to have pages 38 and 39 in a plastic sleeve. Looks like this. There's a boy with 3 balloons. He's floating over the earth. And here we have a bird and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4 oranges. These are the sheets we'll be using while we talk about the shape of the week, which is a circle. Let's say that together. Circle. Good job. All right, first thing we're going to do is our nameplate. Let's get your marker and your nameplate and let's trace. Spend time doing the best you can to connect the dots of your name. I already have MS for Miss Meo. Now my last name only has 3 letters. Some of you have really short names and some of you have longer names. Take your time. And when you're through, hold it up so I get to see. There you go. You wrote your name. Nice work. Now you may wipe it off now so you're ready for the next day. Or you can keep it just the way you have it and put it on your desk so everyone knows who you are. And you can wipe it off later. Okay, the letter S. Does anyone remember the action that we made with our hands? We used our hand yesterday to make an S. Do you remember that? We made an sound S and moved our hands. Do you remember? S. We made a snake, didn't we? This is like a snake. Use your hand and go S. That's the sound that S makes. Good job. Now let's get some Play-Doh out. Just a small amount will do. And we're gonna roll it, and it's gonna look a lot like a snake. See, when you roll, it gets longer and longer. This is probably as long as I need to make it. I have plenty of Play-Doh. Now let's lay it on our mat and see if we can make the letter S. What's your S look like? What's yours look like? Let me see. It's hard to hold it up, isn't it? There's the letter S. Now let's see if you can make a small s. It's called a lowercase s. There we go. This takes even less Play-Doh. Now hold it up. Let me see if I can see it. A little s. We have a capital S and a lowercase s. Some people say uppercase, lowercase. There are some things that have more than one name and they mean the same thing. You can say uppercase or you can say capital. It's the same thing. The big S. And then we have the little s, which is called a lowercase s. If your name begins with an S, then you always start your name with a capital S, the big S. You can try this with your finger. Start at the top and go around and down and back again. Around and down and back again. One more time. Around and down and back again. Now the back side of your sheet is the letter S again. We're going to be using our marker to trace this, and I think you will do a great job because we did this yesterday too. Again, here's your marker. We're going to trace. On the top is where you start and go around and down and back again. Let's see if you can do that. Around and down and back again. We have a capital or an uppercase S, and then we have a small or lowercase s. S. Let's make that sound when we create it. When we write the capital S, go S. The lowercase s makes the same sound. Let's go S. Just like a snake. S. S. I hear some of you. Can you do it a little bit louder? S. S. What letter is that? S, the letter S. 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 Around and down and back again. Here we go. Around and down and back again. Some of you are ready to work on the very last line. All you have is a starting point, and then you have to figure out the rest. Let's see if you can do that. Around and down and back again. S. You have a whole page of S's. Nice work. Very, very nice. Now the next sheet is 38, 39. The numbers are on the bottom. If you don't know what page number they are, then you can ask an adult in your house and they'll help you with that. Here we have the little boy who's floating in the sky. He has 3 balloons. Let's go ahead and trace the balloons. Use your marker. What are we making? What shape is this? You're right, it's a circle. Very good. Let's go around. Stay on the dots. See if you can trace on the dots. Dot, 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 dot. We made 3 balloons, 3 circles. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. Some of you are ready to write your numbers. If you can do this with me, let's choose 1 to write a 1. You just go straight down as a 1. 1. There we go. Number 2. This is a number 2. And 3, you go 2 humps sideways. That makes a 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 balloons. I'm going to trace mine off so that I don't have it dry on my sheet. Sometimes if you leave your marker, it'll get all dried out, so you'll want to wipe it off quickly. And there we have 4 oranges. This is a beautiful bird, and it's sitting next to some oranges, and we're going to trace the oranges with our marker. Let's do that right now. Trace around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if we can count to 4 using our hand. We did this a little bit yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. have some red circles. And I want you to count with me. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3. 3 circles. Good job. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to write the numbers on here and I will hold them up. And then we'll get to count again. 1, 2, 3. 3 red circles. I have something else here that's red, and I want to see if you know what it's called. It's one of my favorites. You've seen this before, I bet. In my class, what is it called? You can roll it, and it has 6 sides. It's called a die, isn't it? I almost lost it. It's a die. Let's see if we can find the side that has 3 dots. On a die, 3 is diagonal. That goes at a slant, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3. If you have a die or dice that's more than 1, you can pull them out at home and have lots of fun with dice. You can roll them and count the dots. That's what I like to do with math. Now we're going to be talking about some nursery rhymes. We have 2 nursery rhymes today. Are we ready? I'm going to have to adjust something here, make sure I can see the time. We have Old Mother Hubbard. Now before we get going too much on this one, I want to make sure that we know what some words are. There is the word bare. The cupboard was bare. Cupboards may be a new word for you too. Have you ever heard of pantry or closet? Here we have a cupboard. Some of you might say, well, that's a closet. That's a cabinet. Yeah, they're similar words, aren't they? They mean very similar things. So here, when we talk about the cupboard was bare, do you think it means there are lots of things inside of it or nothing inside? Close to nothing inside of there. Well, let's read this and we'll talk about it in just a second. Old Mother Hubbard. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to give her poor dog a bone. But when she got there, the cupboard was bare. And so the poor dog had none. I think you have an idea what bare means now. If the bare cupboard means the dog gets nothing, bare means it's empty. She went to the baker's to buy him some bread, and when she got back, the poor dog was fed. She went to the hatter's to buy him a hat, and when she came back, he was feeding the cat. I love this picture. We have a dog feeding a cat, and the cat has on a little napkin around its neck, which is very cute. Here we have Old Mother Hubbard, and she just went to the baker to get some bread. And she also went to a hatter's. I'm sure that's something you haven't heard because we don't really have hatters around so much anymore. They are individuals who make hats. I'm sure there's some hatters that are still out there, maybe in big cities, but we don't really have hatters around this area. So let's read it one more time, and we're going to talk about some words that rhyme. That means they sound alike, but there's a little change usually at the beginning of the word. And I have a clue for you. They end in the at sound. At. Old Mother Hubbard. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to give her poor dog a bone. But when she got there, the cupboard was bare, and so the poor dog had none. She went to the baker's to buy him some bread, and when she got back, the poor dog was fed. She went to the hatter's to buy him a hat, and when she got back, he was feeding the cat. Hat. Some of you already said it. Cat. Hat and cat rhyme, don't they? We're going to see if we can come up with some other words that rhyme. We have hat, at, at. Now we're going to add another letter to the beginning of at and make a new word. Our letter of the week, s, at, sat, sat. To say someone sat down, that means that they sit. Like right now, I am sitting, so you can say Miss Meo sat on a chair. How about, this is an animal that flies through the trees at night. Bat, bat, bat. We have hat, cat, sat, bat. This is called a word family. All of them have the same ending. At, at, at. Once again, let's read these together. Hat, cat, sat, bat. Nursery rhymes often have rhyming words, and they're very fun. So let's read one more, and then we'll wrap up for the day. I like this one. It's Hickory, Dickory, Dock. Something rhymes with dock. Hickory, dickory, dock. Hickory, dickory, dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1. The mouse ran down. Hickory, dickory, dock. Now we can keep going because on a clock, after it hits 1 o'clock, then it goes around and it hits the next number, 2 o'clock. Let's do that and act like it's 2 o'clock. Hickory, dickory, dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 2. The mouse ran down. Hickory, dickory, dock. After 2 o'clock, it's going to go all the way around one more time. What time would it be? 1 o'clock, then 2 o'clock, then 3 o'clock. Hickory, dickory, dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 3. The mouse ran down. Hickory, dickory, dock. We have some good rhyming words there. Dock. And what is this called? A clock. Very good. We have dock and clock. We even have motions that go with this too. Let's try this. We'll act like it's a pendulum. It's like it's on a big grandfather clock. It goes back and forth. Hickory, dickory, dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1. The mouse ran down. Hickory, dickory, dock. Can you try that? We'll go all the way to 2. Hickory, dickory, dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 2. The mouse ran down. Hickory, dickory, dock. Good work. Now I'm going to have a link for you to go to in the description that will have another nursery rhyme that I think you'll enjoy. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.